Welcome to this Jeremy Bamber and White House Farm podcast Season 3. It's on the 7th of August that we remember Jeremy's family. And this year we hear from people who knew the Bambers, Barbara Diath and Sheila's friend Bea. Me and my husband Brian knew Neville and June through OSI, where we had a caravan for several years from 1982. Our family has fond memories of our time there, and particularly of the Bamber family. Neville Bamber was the sort of man who you immediately liked and trusted. Always smiling and approachable, you could tell him if you had a problem, and he'd deal with it. You could be confident it would be resolved promptly and to your satisfaction. June Bamber was a warm and kind lady who went out of the way to ensure that anything you needed you got. You felt instinctively you could trust her, implicitly. It was evident they were wonderful parents and grandparents to Nicholas and Daniel too. I'm not surprised that others who knew the family, like the lady who writes about her friendship with Sheila, have such fond memories. It was an honour to have known them both. Barbara.
I first met Sheila when we were going to modelling interviews together. I remember her as tall and naturally beautiful. She was always so friendly and chatty to everyone. We all liked her, which in the modelling world was unusual because it was very competitive. Sheila, or Bams as we all knew her, would help people do their hair or makeup and lend her stuff to us as if these jobs didn't really matter. I knew she had her own flat and that her mum helped with the bills. Bams wouldn't have thought about all that stuff anyway, as that was how she was. We all smoked, Bams like a trooper, either roll-ups or slim cigars, dragging on them as if it was her last breath. We became mates. We were never up for the same work much. I was small and only did face and hands work. Bams in heels was like a string bean, and photographed so well. Us girls were jealous of how tall and naturally beautiful Bams was. Always late, scatty and carefree about life, but so kind and a great mate. Then me and Bams lost touch. She never came to auditions and I never saw her out. None of us knew she had to go into hospital to have children for some months. The next time I saw her was going down a side street in Hampstead with her 2 boys. They were running around her. She had her head in her hands, confused, and she looked so different. The tall, elegant Bams had gone. Bams looked ill, and I felt so sad. I wanted to go up and say hi to my old friend, but I felt I couldn't. There was a barrier. I never saw Bams again, and a few years later I heard what had happened at White House Farm. My teenage friend was a joy to be with, and I still miss her quirky, scatty, friendly and caring ways.